Justice served in an honest fight. True crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule at the defense rests. each one with their point of view. For the record, come on in. Stories that make your head spin. For the record, come what may. Listen in and have your say. Each and every case we share is dedicated to our care for chasing truth and honesty and keeping up transparency. For the record, come on in. Stories that make your head spin. For the record, come what may. Listen in and have your say.
Oh my lord. Welcome, welcome. My apologies. I am a tad late. Oh, and I'm rather low. Hang on. My apologies. I had some IT issues, as you're probably aware, this afternoon. And logged into the wrong StreamYard Cinema studio, and yeah, but I made it. I'm here, so welcome. I'm Jodie. I am the Defence Rests, and today I thought that we would have a bit of a break from the trial coverage, given the situation that we've got down. Hello, my darling. Hello, sweetheart. Yeah, given the situation down in Florida way, especially Tampa, and having a discussion last night on stream, because we have quite a number of our subscribers that are down that way. Yeah, just thought that we would put together something to cover what's happening down there, to help maybe provide some information on local community support services that are in the area, some emergency hotlines. You know, you're welcome to come and have a chat and tell your story or experience, provided you've got power and a mobile phone, and let us know how you're going. Reach out to loved ones if you need to. Whatever your needs may be, we are here just to follow what's going on down there. And my heart, I'm in Melbourne, so my heart goes out to all of you. And I hope that you all remain safe and well. I don't know what the actual regulations are as far as guidelines for dealing with hurricanes, and how late is it when is it too late to leave? What your protocols are as far as evacuation. I know that Tampa was supposed to be evacuated yesterday, but they had such a massive backlog on the freeways and stuff that I don't know what's going on. So what I've done is I've sort of went through and found, you know, the top 10 weather channels and information on Hurricane Milton, and I've put them together into a playlist, and I thought that we will just have a look and see what's going on. Most of them are live, and yes, if anyone wants to in chat include any services that you know of that are available in the local areas, any particular warnings that you hear of in the local areas that you need to be streamed. I have sent invitations out to multiple other channels. They may pop in at some stage, whether it be in chat or on the stream, given that they didn't get much notice as far as scheduling goes. I'm not holding my breath there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. They may pop in for 5 minutes, you know, during a lunch, a court proceeding. Who knows? It is what it is, and it will be what it will be, as long as everyone is safe. All right. So I've had this. Where is it? Oh, move that. Move that to there. Okay. So I've had this on. I'm just watching that, and I'll unmute it now, so I can actually hear what they're saying. Can't I hear you? Why is it so? Where's my settings? Who's touched what in my studio? Ah, there we go. Now I should be able to hear it. Why can't I bloody hear it? Well, I'm wondering where I'm getting this sound from, and why can't I hear that? Why? What have I done? Jodie, what have you done? Can anybody else hear me? All right, I'm going to stop sharing the screen and start again, and maybe I will be able to hear it. Don't know what's going on. Just can't hear a darn thing, and that's not what I want. We want some sound. Let's see if this one works. Okay. All right, so this one was just a quick update that I saw. Let's share this. About the evacuations yesterday. Screen that. Add to stage. Okay. Let's have a look.
Warning Hurricane Milton could be the worst storm to hit Florida in more than a century. This about to bear down over the next 24 hours.
From a distance, it's quite the picture. This is the image of Hurricane Milton from space. It is out there, and it's coming here. In Florida, they know hurricanes, but they haven't known one like this in a while. Hurricane Milton threatens to be one of the strongest ever to hit the Panhandle state.
That reporter doesn't sound like he's from Florida at all. Not one bit. Teresa, can you access the private chat in StreamYard? Or not from YouTube? Let me see if I can access you, as I want your I would like your email address if I may, but I don't really, if you don't want to put it up on no, it's not on your, I just subscribed to you. It's not on your YouTube, but if you can work out how to get me your email, or if you don't mind me putting it up, and I'll delete it straight away, then I can send you the link to StreamYard, and you can sit at the base of the channel and link into the private chat between all the mods if you like. You don't have to come up on stage. You will just be like put your avatar on. You'll just be like a little screen at the bottom of my screen, unless you particularly wanted to come on. Hey, how's it going? What, any updates down there? Is it starting to get windy? IDHEF is down in, I forget the bloody name of it all the time. Help me out here. It's the other side of, it's like the East Coast sort of side of Tampa, of Florida. I know it's got 3 words in the name. Anyway, down there. It's nice and calm and overcast. Okay. So it's what, 9:15 your time, is that correct? And it's, I think they said, was it midday that they were expecting it to make landfall down there? Okay, sweet. I was just having a look at this Sky News to see what the traffic bedlam was like. This is only just a couple of minutes.
Only 5 Atlantic hurricanes have ever been stronger. Mass evacuations are underway from land in its path. Wind speeds that have touched 180 miles an hour threaten a so-called storm surge, water thrown ashore at a depth of up to 15 feet. They are eye-watering figures.
It has dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours. I apologize. This is just...
Literally, in the case of one weather presenter who was brought to tears. The timing of this coming storm could hardly be worse. It's the Category 5, 2 weeks after the Category 4 Hurricane Helene that claimed the lives.
That's pretty scary when the weather commentator bursts into tears. Knowing what the devastation could be. That's... Oh. How are you, sweetheart? I'm glad someone found me. I think I've spammed these poor people around at least 6 emails, at least. I decided after my stream last night that I was going to set up for today, given that I'm 14 hours ahead, so it was still normal day time for you guys. But it was 3 o'clock in the morning, I think, when I finished my stream, and then set up for this one. So it was probably about 7 a.m. at least before I got to sleep. So I didn't get up until yeah, 4 o'clock this afternoon. But yes, I sent all the emails out so that I could give as much notice as I could about, you know, the stream happening and the link for them to come and join and jump on. And then I had to, I couldn't find emails, I couldn't do this, and then that all got sent. And then I thought, right, I need to draft up some stream guidelines, basically, just to keep it on track. And did that, sent them all off again, sent them the link and the timing and all the finalised information, and then logged on to the wrong goddamn stream this afternoon, and had to recreate a whole new one and send them all back again. So they're like, oh, this woman won't leave me alone. So my humblest apologies for spamming all of you lovely, lovely fellow creators. It's my fault, my bad. All right, stop talking, Jody, and continue watching.
Of more than 230 people. Milton is heading towards parts of Florida that Helene has already hit. The double hit carries an added danger. This is debris left in the wake of Hurricane Helene. The worry is that when Milton makes landfall, the winds will turn the likes of this into projectiles, causing danger to life and blocking roads for emergency crew. And then there are the politics. Donald Trump is driving claims that disaster funds are being spent on immigrants. It's firmly rejected by relief coordinators and President Biden. He's cancelled a planned trip this week to Germany and Angola.
If you're under evacuation orders, you should evacuate now. You should have already evacuated. It's a matter of life and death, and that's not hyperbole. It's a matter of life and death.
They are the politics of disaster that could yet play into the election next month. In Florida, surviving the next few days is the primary concern. James Matthews, Sky News, in Tierra Verde, Florida.
Winds of 250 kilometers per hour have been recorded off the coast of Mexico as Hurricane Milton barrels towards Florida. Residents have filled the state's highways amid the dire warnings from authorities to flee to safety. Storm surges of at least 4 meters have been forecast, with the US President Joe Biden saying people who stay in the storm's path would be risking their lives when it makes landfall tomorrow.
This could be the worst storm hit Florida in over a century. And God willing, it won't be, but that's what it's looking like right now.
Yeah, very much keeping a very close eye on what's going on over in the US. We've heard of the potentially catastrophic Category 4 Hurricane Milton closing in on Florida. It's actually just rebounded in strength some. For more, I'm joined by Dr. Corinne Matias from the University of Florida. Very good morning Australian time to you, Corinne. Can you give us the update? Where are we at with Milton right now?
Well, right now, yeah, Milton is reorganizing a little bit, and it is still a major hurricane as it's moving more towards the northeast now. And it's forecast to pick up a little bit of speed and also get larger in size as it moves towards the Florida coast.
Well, larger in size. What will that mean? Does that mean more of the coast is going to be affected by the surge, the storm surge and the winds?
Yes. They're predicting that the hurricane force winds and tropical storm force winds could double in size. So right now they're at about 50 kilometers out for hurricane force winds. So that could widen to 100. And the radius of tropical storm force winds is at about 160 kilometers wide right now. So that could go past 300 kilometers.
Wow, that is significant. What sort of effects are we expecting to see along the coastline there?
Well, one of the biggest concerns is storm surge. This area of Clearwater Beach had record storm surge from Hurricane Helene not that long ago. And so there's still a lot of debris and damages that haven't yet been cleaned up for that. And if the forecast verifies for Milton, that would potentially break the record that we just broke for Helene. And so that obviously will cause a lot more damage if that were to happen.
It'd just be incredible. Corinne, the models, often when it comes to these sort of systems, there can be a bit of disagreement. Is that the case here, or are we really honed in on a pretty solid solution?
There was more disagreement earlier. They're starting to get into more agreement now. The interesting thing about this system is it's interacting with an extratropical system, and so that interaction can be a little bit tricky to forecast. But that's one of the interaction is why the storm is likely to get bigger. So it may not get more intense in terms of where and the exact maximum wind, but the wind field should broaden, which would again put a lot more energy into the coastline.
Yeah, and in terms of rainfall, how much are we expecting?
It can vary depending on your location. So maximum amounts could be over 12 inches in some areas, and then sort of fanning out to lesser amounts after that. Part of that does depend on how fast it moves across the peninsula.
So the potential for heavy rainfall, though, then combined with that storm surge along the coast, I'm assuming flooding is a major concern here.
Flooding is a major concern. And then there are some areas to the left of the storm track that still have a lot of debris inland, even from Hurricane Helene, with a lot of trees down. And so if we get flooding rainfall from that, we could be talking about, clogged storm drains from all the leaves and pine needles that will wash into that. So we could get flooding in areas that wouldn't normally flood, but because of all the debris on the ground from the previous storm, it could trigger flooding.
Corinne, our thoughts are very much with you and your country fellows as we watch Milton approach the coast. Thank you so much for bringing us up to date this morning.
There you go.
Thank
Some
you.
Aussie news for you. That's what we got. Come on, next one is a storm chaser I found. It's live. Let's see what he's got.
Affects all of our resources and infrastructure is just as much a problem.
And we were talking to some officials who are saying you need to be prepared in the instance that if you did stay in a mandatory evacuation zone, that if you call 911, they may say, we'll get to you when we can, right? And it may not be immediate help. What tips do you have for people in the instance that they do need that help, or how to avoid getting in that situation altogether?
So, what my fire...
Oh, Jody, your IT skills are just way below par. You really need to stop working nights. All right, now that I have the correct screen up, move that one back there. Oh, up they go. There it is. Okay. And I bet you this one's muted. Nope. And no sound. I think I need to go back to bed. It's not working today. Not little itty bitty bit. I don't know why I haven't got sound. Let me refresh. That's up. Unless there is no sound to this. It's probably my luck. There's probably no bloody sound to that. Try a different one. I'm sorry. At least I had them all in a playlist so I know where to find them. No? So what's this one? Let's see. I've got sound here.
Yeah, no one switch it to 1 because that looks ridiculous.
I'm gonna switch it to 1.
All right. Appreciate it, man.
I didn't switch. Okay, Garrett switched it to 1. You guys like this view better? Oh, it's back to 2.
Everything's gonna be cut.
Probably one gust of wind, those come off.
Yeah, true.
That one day that we were chasing, that's moderate risk, like derecho across Iowa and into Illinois, and like produced all those the tornadoes in Chicago. Remember that moderate risk?
Mm-hmm.
All of mine came off, and I lost one because they got lodged in the tire.
Got lodged in the tire?
So
it fell off, it got caught in the wheel, and it ripped the antenna in half.
Yeah,
we got outside, and there was just the base left.
I just remember yours would just always fall over, you know. It just wouldn't stick.
That day I took a wrong turn too.
All right, here we go, guys.
It always wants to splash back on me.
I don't even love this. I was so silly.
Stop it.
5 gallons. You got 2.5 on there. Although you put some in too.
I was gonna say it was 1.5. So when this hits like 6.5.
6.5, yeah. Or we actually just visually see it. It's at 4 now.
I just don't want it to start spilling out because then it's gonna smell like gas. That was a mistake I made. Last
yeah,
time.
you smell like gas.
So you're gonna have like a bend
Well, I had to air the
situation.
car out for like an hour. I had to roll the windows down.
You can't even see the film.
Yeah, stop it because it felt a sploosh.
Why is it so sensitive?
Whoa, whoa. That's not full. There we go. There we go.
6.3.
I don't really want to watch them driving around.
We are professionals.
Do not try this
Well,
at
not
home.
Do not try this at all. I'm serious.
Man.
Wow.
But we're laughing because we're
Not laughing about this.
I was gonna say, yeah, that like we know this is a serious situation. We're just 20-something-year-old guys, so we hear the word suction and we have to start laughing.
It's a complete buzzsaw.
Yeah,
It's a literal buzzsaw.
yeah, that's what Mike said. Mike hit it on
The only thing
nail on
keeping
the
me
head.
awake right now is comedy.
I mean, look at that.
There's gonna be a Freddy sleeping cam in about an hour.
Look at that explosiveness. It just looks. It looks mean. And it's gonna take that momentum.
That's why Garrett decided to come down for this one.
It's gonna, it is
the real deal right here.
kind of looks like there's some sort of there is a little bit of a like a northern tilt a little. I'll just see.
Bro.
But I mean, it's a beauty of art, but it's a very bad beauty of art, to say the least. I'm sure that
Garrett, you're a good beauty of art.
look at the.
Oh, I thought that was your reaction to what he said. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's insane.
The water vapor.
Wow, dude. That thing just looks crazy, man. Wow. It's a good thing that that's not. Let's hope it doesn't look like that or even anything close to that when it makes landfall.
Yeah, I hope not.
Or I'd be scared. I'd be freaking out.
You guys realize though we're chasing a storm that very likely will end up in like meteorology textbooks at some point.
Wow.
Dude,
As being like one of the strongest hurricanes
what
in the world
is
ever.
that, bro? It just looks crazy. That last scan, like, that's like the most. That just looks evil. It's a good thing it's just a fish storm right now.
This is definitely a very scary situation for folks.
One thing I was thinking about though yesterday, I was kind of worried about, like, I don't know what type of people, like, if there's like
back to 2.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Like anybody out like on the water, like cargo ships or anything. I don't know if there would be anything like that down there, but I mean, this thing ramped up so fast. Like, you know, a few days ago, it didn't look like there was really going to be a whole lot, and then all of a sudden, we got this monster of a storm. Like, I'm hoping that nobody out on the water got caught on it.
Just those cloud tops.
Frick, man. Phone's so dead it doesn't even have service.
Is it actually dead?
Well, I was gonna turn on my. Wow! Look at that.
Oh,
Jeez, man. Well, I just was gonna turn on my AT&T phone because you know.
You need a charger?
Well, I think I could just have another one.
Let's say if you have a USB-C charger, that's what you're, or like one that has a USB-C end on it, that's what you're gonna need.
Yeah, I think we're locked in.
All right.
Once again, just big shout out to Dale and Garrett for picking me up from the airport, hauling my lazy butt up to Tampa.
No, this is fun. I like this dynamic of having you with us for streams. I see why you and Connor do it.
You actually enjoy having me here?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm not used to like having somebody in the back seat to like turn around and talk to on stream. I think this is the first time.
Okay, well.
The only other person that we've taken on a chase.
Let me just play this one. And now I've got no goddamn sound again. What's going on? But stop sharing that. Let's just go back up here. This one works. Okay, that has no sound either. Let's see if Fox. There we go. Sound. Yay!
Here overnight if necessary, depending on conditions. So again, we've created a surge capacity, if you will, so we can have more people available to answer those calls for service. But again,
You have no idea, Chili's. I cannot work out Discord for the life of me. I can sometimes find messages. I had Grandma ring me the other day, and I had no idea. I'm like, where's that coming from? And then I couldn't find. Oh, look, just yeah. All right. Oh, excuse me. Is it your Discord? Your Discord name? Is it exactly the same as your YouTube name? And I will have a look.
as you said, if people wait too long and they find themselves in a situation where they do have to call 911, the answer may be, we understand, we've got your address. We'll get to you as soon as it's safe to do so, because we have to protect our first responders as well. Our first responders are fantastic and they will do everything they can to get to you, but it may be very, very difficult, and it may be delayed getting those services to you if you need them. So again, that's part of the reason we issued the evacuation order, to reduce the likelihood that you'll need those services.
Last question. We know that this is set to make landfall. We're just hours away at this point. This is supposed to come between 1 to 3 a.m. Is there anything else that you want people to know before the storm hits?
again, today is really our last day to really make any last minute preparations. We need to take this storm very, very seriously. The governor, the state DEM director, everybody's been saying that even though we are not on the west side of the county or of the state, we're not going to take the brunt like maybe the West Coast is. This is still going to have very, very serious impacts here in Volusia County. We are encouraging all of our citizens to make sure you're prepared to be on your own for maybe even days, and be patient with us as we restore those essential services and as we make sure it's safe for you to get back into those areas that we've made those evacuation orders for. Be prepared, stay informed, and together we can get through this.
All right, Clint Meckham with Volusia County Emergency Management Disaster. Thank you so much for being with us here, and stay safe, and we appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it very much.
Of course. All right, we are going to go away for another break here because we did want to sneak in these breaks as we await Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Here's another live look as we await him to step up to the podium, and we will bring that full update to you live, raw, and unfiltered here on Live Now from Fox. We'll be back in just 2 short minutes.
She said that it was due to landfall at 1 a.m. Not, I thought it was like I thought it was supposed to hit today at lunchtime. Am I mistaken, or I thought that's what they said last night. Let me have a look. Has anyone got any good weather channels that they know are covering Storm Runner? Is that the one I was watching before? What's this one? This one is live Florida traffic cameras. It's only a really, really small channel. Sorry, it only had a few viewers. It's not a small channel. But there is no sound to it. Okay. Florida's Category 5 storm landfall expected near Tampa. Mass evacuation underway. Highways clogged as residents flee. So these must be the like the bridges that make up the Florida Keys, yeah? That link all the islands, I'm assuming. I wonder if they like rotate their the traffic cameras and just go to different ones, show us different angles. Tell me I've shared that screen properly. No, I haven't. Oh my Lord. I really need to just start all over again. Midnight tonight. Really? I thought it was midday today. That's why I set the stream for now. Absolute nutbag. I don't know where my brain's at the moment. I really don't. I'm too tired to making so many mistakes on here. It's ridiculous. I was rushing, that's why. I don't like rushing. It makes me anxious. And then I make stupid mistakes. Like getting the AM and PM mixed up. Because, you know, that's it's only a little difference, no? Nothing major. All right, let's have a look at this one.
Milton is on its way, and these residents aren't taking any chances. Cars jammed bumper to bumper as tens of thousands of residents of Florida's west coast flee the impending storm that experts warn could be the most powerful to hit this region in a century. It's also the second hurricane to hit the coastline in as many weeks and is currently barreling towards the major city of Tampa, whose mayor had a stark warning for anyone even thinking of staying put.
This is literally catastrophic. And I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
The president today cancelled plans to travel abroad to oversee preparations as the monster storm hurtles towards Florida, bringing life-threatening storm surge and heavy rainfall.
We're driving up preparedness for Hurricane Milton, which could be one of the worst storms in 100 years to hit Florida. It's a matter of life and death, and that's not hyperbole. It's a matter of life and death.
Milton began as a Category 1 hurricane before exploding to a top-level Category 5 with winds of 180 miles per hour in record time, leaving one veteran meteorologist stunned and choked up as he delivered a news bulletin.
It's just an incredible, incredible, incredible hurricane. It has dropped. It has dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours. I apologize. This is just horrific.
Although Milton could weaken before making landfall, the wall of water it is pushing ahead of it won't. This storm surge is often the greatest threat to life, and some areas are predicted to receive up to 15 feet of water, the highest ever for the region. To make matters worse, residents are still reeling from the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, which hit a fortnight ago. A race against the clock to put debris out of harm's way and evacuate before tomorrow.
It's really frustrating that the last hurricane came, the storm, and they've screwed around and haven't picked the debris up, and now they're scrambling to get it picked up. And if this one does hit, it's going to be flying missiles. Stuff's going to be floating, flying in the air.
Yeah.
Fed by the warm waters in the Gulf of Mexico, Milton became the third fastest intensifying storm on record in the Atlantic Ocean. The heat in the sea has been abnormally high, and that heat acts like rocket fuel, propelling the storm forward, propelling the politics too. Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis yesterday reportedly refused calls about the storm from Vice President Kamala Harris because they, in his words, seemed political. In turn, Harris blasted DeSantis after being briefed by emergency experts.
It's utterly irresponsible, and it is selfish, and it is about political gamesmanship instead of doing the job that you took an oath to do, which is to put the people first.
She also criticized her rival, Donald Trump, who she
said is a phenomenal storm. Here it is on the satellite picture earlier today, spiraling around very quickly, some very strong winds. And of course, it rapidly intensified from a tropical storm to a Category 5 storm in just the space of 24 hours. Now, this storm is the fifth most intense Atlantic hurricane on record in terms of its pressure. Peak winds so far have been up to 185 miles per hour. That's a top-end Category 5 storm, and it's delivered the strongest winds on record so late in the year across the Gulf of Mexico. Now, as we know, these storms are fueled by the very warm waters, and with the climate change and the oceans becoming even warmer, rapidly intensifying storms like this one are expected to become even more common as we head further into the future.
Liam, we've seen a lot of changes with this storm. What's the latest predicted path that it has?
Well, Aisha, thankfully today the storm has weakened ever so slightly, but it's still a powerful Category 4 storm. And in the next 48 hours, it's going to barrel eastwards across the Gulf of Mexico, likely making landfall on the west coast of Florida late Wednesday into the early hours of Thursday local US time as a Category 3 storm. And with that, there'll be very heavy flooding rains, damaging winds, and a tremendous amount of storm surge. That is a very big concern.
You say there's concern about storm surge. Why is that? When we think of hurricanes, you usually think of wind, don't you?
You do, and it's simply because storm surge is the biggest killer, the greatest cause of fatalities with Atlantic hurricanes. Over a 50-year period, almost half of fatalities were down to storm surge, compared to just 8% due to the wind. So how does storm surge work? Well, on the southern side of these hurricanes, you get these intensely strong winds. They literally lift up the water, throw it towards the shoreline, and the water just keeps going inland, sweeping away and inundating everything in its path. Now, this is the latest prediction from the National Hurricane Center, and the peak storm surge around the Tampa Bay area could be as high as 10 to 15 feet. That is higher than a double-decker bus. A very worrying and developing situation indeed, Aisha.
Thank you, Liam. I know you'll be keeping an eye on that for us.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Anyone have any good, Tracy, do you know the local weather stations down there? Yeah, any good coverage? I was actually trying to get hold of, you know, Weather Watch, Recovery Addicts podcast partner, but I can't find him. I've emailed RA, but yeah, they're probably all ignoring me because I've just spammed them so many times with stupid mistakes overnight, but they're just like, meh, this woman's mad. She cray-cray. Yep. She cray-cray. Well, we can always go and we could always go and stalk another channel. I like doing that. It's fun. Did you like my music in the background? I'll play it again while I'm looking for another. I made it myself. Write the words. Picked the thing, like the tempo for the new podcast. Have a boogie whilst I'm looking for another channel. All right, enjoy. Stop.
Chasing truth and honesty and keeping up transparency. For the record, come on in. Stories that make your head spin. For the record, come what may. Listen in.
Live cam hurricane. Ooh, that one looks all right. If you go to AP Live, the Florida governor is talking. AP Live. Oh, that reminds me to take my meds. AP Live. It's not the one I've got. AP Live I've got is about a Hezbollah commander. The other one I've got is this one, but it's just the traffic cameras. That's the one I've got for AP Live. Oh, hello. You come to save me.
Oh no, what's going on?
I just had the crappiest day.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't done my makeup yet, so I can't believe I'm up here. But
Oh,
you've
look,
had a
don't
crap
even
day, and I
worry.
look like crap, so we go
Uh,
together like shin lam lam.
I didn't get to sleep until probably about 8:30 this morning,
Oh
trying to set
no.
the stream up, and I got it all sorted, and I had all the links in chat for our new wrench wenches, and for the other channels to pop them up on screen, and I sent all the emails out to everybody with the invites and then the links, and then set up my studio, and then my brain was wise, and I eventually went to sleep. Got up like 4 o'clock this afternoon, and it was all organised. And at about I think it was 2 hours before I was due to start, I thought, well, you know what? I'll just I was looking at the weather channels. I thought, well, I may as well just run the weather, the commentary of one of the news stations, and just put a note up saying that our commentary will start in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Did that, no worries. But I accidentally pressed the record local button, and then it came up with this warning saying you need additional space, or it'll affect your live stream. And I couldn't stop this goddamn recording. I could not work it out. And so I thought I'll just stop the live stream and restart it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Then I came back in to restart it, and I chose the wrong studio. So I came in under a Sarah Boone thumbnail, reset it all up, didn't realise. Had to start again.
You just run out of room in your YouTube or in your StreamYard. You don't run out of room in your
Yeah,
studio.
I've deleted all that, but
Okay.
yeah. So I've set this stream up 3 times. Then I had sound issues.
Oh no.
And now I found out that it wasn't 12 midday, it was 12 midnight. So I'm 12 hours ahead.
So you lost 12 hours.
Well, the storm's not supposed to hit until 12 midnight. So
Right.
I wanted to start streaming now, so that it was like 2 hours prior to the
That's a
storm
pretty
hitting.
bridge.
Yeah. Yep. That's a that's
Nothing's happening to it yet, but it's a pretty bridge.
no.
You can run 11 Alive, the station 11 Alive. You can run that all
I set
the
up a
time,
playlist
and they
with
never
all
strike
of
you.
these stations ready to go, and fucking motherfucker.
Just so you know, they never claim you.
So yes, I am 12 hours ahead of schedule.
So you're
So
running
that's a
early. You're
useless
not
kick
running
on a
late.
bull. Absolutely useless.
At least
What
you're
am I
not
looking at?
late.
No, I'm not late for once.
I
Well,
have to be
actually, I was
early.
late. CNBL TV 18. All right.
So I thought that I was going to be on with Miss Shorty last night, right? It's tonight. Who was it last
Oh,
night?
so it's not just me then.
Yeah, I sent her the link and she was like, "Thank you." And I said, "I'm looking forward to tonight." She said, "Thank you." Because she had a stream last night. It just wasn't with me.
Oh.
And I said, I'm all prepared and
Are expected with this
Oh.
storm.
it's not till tonight.
Okay, it must be something in the waters because it's not just me then, is it?
No.
I wonder if it's a neurodivergent thing.
Yeah, maybe so.
Because my brain is fried. Absolutely fried. Like,
I think it's YouTube. YouTube will do that to you, staring at a screen constantly.
well, yeah, because I did the stream last night and then spent hours setting up afterwards. And then you get overtired.
Yeah. That blue light will fry your brain eventually. It makes you tired.
Mm.
People are like,
Well,
how are you
vibrator,
tired?
no
All
vibra.
you do is
I'm
sit at a
always
computer.
Always tired with vibro.
Well, hey, chat. How's everybody?
Yeah. Woo! There's just some energy happening.
It's good to see everyone. I usually never
no, not
do
you
doing
too. What's
my
going
makeup
on?
because I have
It's
the like
something
Rudolph red-nosed reindeer thing happening because of my lupus.
I love StreamYard's touch up my appearance. It's great. Have you ever used
Oh,
that?
is it? I've never used that feature.
Oh my god, do it.
Oh, is it really good?
Oh, I get away with no makeup. Just
Oh.
halfway, like go to the halfway setting.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm going to
and
turn it on right now.
Yep, look at that. How good's that?
It's a little bit better.
Yeah, now go one up.
I'm scared I'll go one up. I'll look blurry.
No, it just
No, I
takes
actually
the red button
don't.
tape. No.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, I'm feeling it. I'm going to keep it on.
So I can teach you something too.
Look, the red nose did go down quite a bit, didn't it?
Yep.
I hate lupus, man.
Mm-hmm.
My jaw surgery's tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm eating everything hard. I'm eating crackers. I'm eating walnuts. I'm eating
I've
everything
got that
hard.
many holes in my teeth. If I do that, they fill up and then I get another meal an hour later. So what's happening, Teresia? What's going on with your tablet and phone and computer? Didn't go through the dishwasher, did it? Sorry.
If you throw it into a pillow.
I was going to say we could start the trial thing, but I'm not starting another bloody stream with another link and another. These poor people, I must have spammed them about 5 or 6 times. So they're going to ignore me now. Because then I had to, because I had started a new stream, I had to create a whole new link.
I want you to take a second and like scroll through your chat right now and look at these names. These names, if you see these names when you hit 10,000, 15,000, these are your faithful
ones. Oh, geez.
These are your faithful ones. These are the ones you know you can trust.
Absolutely. I was actually thinking that this afternoon. These are my OGs, my girls, my bitches.
That's right.
Oh my God, everything I try to go on is not working. And the whole Discord thing is just, yeah. Yeah, actually, I was supposed to find you, wasn't I, on Discord? I have no idea how to work Discord. It is.
I am at Miss Mandy Reacts on Discord. I'm so easy to find.
Do you know how to work it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I used to have a Discord, but it got so toxic that I just blew it up. Oh, thank you, Kristen.
I've only
just
just
destroyed the
one.
whole thing. I was like, I might do another one day, but it'll be a while.
Okay, let's find Teresia, shall we? Add by username. Teresia. Do they? LEM. Send friend request.
Have you watched the YSL trial at all?
No, I couldn't get into it. I could not
Well,
at all.
well, it's
I've
it's
seen
really been
bits of it.
long. It's been really long.
Yes.
It's
I
really
started watching it with Nick Sparrow over in Holland. And the only reason I was watching it was because he's hysterical. But then I just could not get into it. It just was so slow, and you know, I know they've had a new judge, and
Yeah.
there's been dramas with it, but I'm too impatient for that.
Well, one of the channels I produce for, I got Jason an interview with one of the lawyers, one of the defense lawyers, and he interviewed him last night, and he was so excited about it. And we had a good turnout.
Yeah. So I was a bit. I can't find you, Teresia. It's not under your name, with or without a space. Good morning, Kelly. I just realised that I'm 12 hours early. Yeah, I thought that the storm was going to hit at midday, not midnight. So we're all having a really good day today. I've been on here for an hour and a half and done absolutely jack shit trying to find.
Having a hangout stream.
Yeah. Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh dear. Oop. Oh,
Thank
that's lovely,
you.
Christine. Are you, Kelly, you were friends
Sharon,
with
I hope
Teresa
she
on
evacuated.
Facebook? Pardon? Who?
Sharon's granddaughter. I said, I hope she evacuated.
Oh,
So I know she was told to.
Hey, Nita, wow. Oh, look, everyone's coming in now. Yay. Because they found the new link. Guess what, Edith? I'm an idiot. I stayed up all night and set up this stream, you know, because Edith joined me on the first stream that I set up this morning. This is the third one. And yeah, I put one of the channels on and I'm watching the weather, and it said that she said to me, she said, so the hurricanes forecast to hit land just around 1 a.m. And I'm like, no, she's got that wrong. It's 1 p.m. No, dickhead here is 12 hours ahead. I thought it was hitting at lunchtime today, not midnight today. So, yep. Yes. So where is hey Nidawal, sorry.
It's going to hit us category
Oh,
4. That's rough.
better than a Cat 5. But
Yeah,
they're
I
saying
guess,
it's the
that's rough. Ooh.
there was a one on I had earlier, and the actual weather forecaster was in tears with the just explaining the actual potential devastation of the strength of this storm.
Yeah, I was watching it this morning, and they said this was going to be a different hurricane than the ones that have hit in years past. This is going to be the worst one in 100 years.
Yeah.
That this one is going to come onto land and sit and bounce, just hover for about an hour before it moves on. And you realize the devastation that's going to cause?
Oh my God.
It's going to be
And
horrendous.
they were showing that all of the debris that they've piled up from Helena, that is all going to be flying once this hits. So there's a mad rush to get rid of it all. Yes, Nina,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
12 hours early. Yes, that's what I said. Apparently he's as organised as he can be. What else do you do? Well, I don't. I was actually talking about it this morning. I don't know what the protocols are for like evacuation and like you guys have hurricane shelters and stuff, don't you, over there, or what's the?
Yeah, we have like schools and
you have proper buildings that are built to code to protect.
They do down there. We don't here in North Carolina, but they do down there.
Okay.
That's why it ripped North Carolina apart so much. Hurricane Helene did, because we weren't built for it. But they kind of build a little bit better down there, a little bit more watertight kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you just can't build for wind. It's just
Not at
kind of
that speed,
impossible.
180 miles an hour. And what's that? 100%. And there's like the actual precipitation that's with it too is huge. Like I can't remember what he said it was, but let's see how oh, you know, I'm watching one and I'm streaming another.
And when the water gusts are 180 feet, what are you going to do? You can't really build for that either.
This is the one I'm watching, but I was like, I've got no sound. Where's my sound? Why haven't I got sound? It's the station. It's not me. It was the station.
What? The hurricane's not talking. Don't flip out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I think I can, I think I can, I think I can.
Yes. Yes. No, Kentucky.
Oh, that's
a
awesome.
local church taking a load of coats, blankets. Okay, cool. That's the type of stuff. The information that I would like to broadcast and notify people of. You know what I mean? Like local stuff, stuff that people can use. If there's any local community people organising anything like relief or assistance or hotlines, I don't know, anything.
Listen, here's something that you might not be thinking about. Can openers, people. Get can openers and donate those. I'm hearing that from a lot of people that they're getting a lot of
they've
canned
stocked
food
up
and
on their cans and they've got no openers.
Can openers, right? Just the
And not electric
handheld
ones.
Dollar Tree can openers.
Yep. Absolutely, Sharon. Absolutely. Oh, have you got the link to that?
Yeah.
I don't know what I've done with it.
Sure.
Now that was it North Carolina?
Yes. You talking to me?
Yes.
Yes.
We lived in Florida in 2004 when 4 hurricanes. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well, they had the president on earlier on one of the things I was watching, and he said, if you stay in the evacuation areas, it is literally a matter of life and death.
They can't force you to leave is the thing.
No.
They used to be able to, but they can't anymore. I put it in the private chat.
When I was 5, a tornado destroyed our house. I still remember oh, wow. Aww. Oh, that's lovely.
Little things can mean so much.
Absolutely. You know, the shout outs to the local gas station who may have driven 2 hours to get some fresh water for the locals or to hand out some free lollies to kids or whatever, just the positive stories and stuff to share. And there's people out there that do stuff without wanting to be recognized. And
the last time a hurricane came this far upland was in 1988. I was literally 8 years old. It was Hurricane Hugo, and Hurricane Hugo devastated this area and took trees out and destroyed our home. And it was really, really bad. And I remember a little teddy bear that was this little cheap thing, and one eye was like way up on its forehead.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was just something that somebody had sewn together, I'm sure, and made a bunch of them. But I still have that little teddy bear.
Yep.
I loved that teddy bear.
What do I do with this link? Do I open it and share it?
I would drop it in the chat and pin it, but that's me.
I've dropped it in, but it hasn't come up with a picture.
Oh,
Yeah. It's not going to work, is it?
let me go to the stream and get a better link.
I'll delete that one. That'll confuse people. And this, yeah, this is is it, what was the name of the company? Hope?
It's called Project Hope.
Project Hope, yeah, for North Carolina.
It's urgent impact relief for North Carolina. This money goes right into the pockets of people devastated by Hurricane Helene.
Even like Hot Wheels is a great donation. Hot Wheels? Oh, the little cars. Well, kids.
Like this link is a little bit smaller. I don't know if it will be or not, but maybe. No, it's not.
No.
Good night.
Email it to me and I will.
Okay. Well,
try
yeah.
that.
All right. Well, I emailed it to you yesterday, Gaber. But
Oh, did you? Look.
I'll email it to you again.
You know how my brain is today.
Oh, this one's
Oh,
smaller.
did it? Yeah, but it's come up in 2 chat boxes. Let me
Okay, I just sent it to you.
Thank you.
Well, mine's not deleted.
I
There, I just
yeah,
sent
so
it.
I've been sitting here all morning looking at my emails because I've sent heaps of them out, and I'm like, no one's replied. No one's replied. Why have they replied? Why? I'm like, can you get back to me within an hour before the broadcast is due to start? I think I'm a dickhead. I really do. They have
The good thing
to.
about Project Hope, guys, is you get to follow your payment. You get to follow where it goes, the people that it goes to,
Yeah,
and you get to kind of see it if you choose to do that. If you choose not to do that, you don't have to. But unlike donating to some companies, you just trust that. Well,
Yeah.
I'm trusting that they're putting it to a good place.
Yeah, it's too big.
Gobbledygook. Only one that said gobbledygook.
What can I? My brain no work. How the hell do I share it? Unless
Just copy it.
I'll put it to the community, my community tab. How's that?
There you go. All right, I'm going to go do my makeup because I look
Okay,
like I'm ready
no
to
worries.
lead Santa's sleigh.
Okay.
I'll jump back on a little bit.
No worries. I'll probably be here. All right, I'm going to put it into the community tab on my page because I don't know what else to do with it, and at least it's there. You know when you're looking at a screen and your eyes are moving, but your brain's not actually computing what you're seeing, not processing. You're like, hang on, what did I get to here for? Yep, that's where I is. Okay, it should come up with a picture now. No. All that for nothing. Oh well, it's in the community section anyway. So that's the link for. I think it's only donations limited to North Carolina. I think. Yes, I like the spaghetti look. Mr. Lurker. All right. Now let me go back and where was I? Still telling the ones that are staying to write their names. Oh, my housemate came in this afternoon and said to me, he didn't know that I was doing the stream because I was up all night and I sleep all day. Yeah, he came in and he said, "Oh, you know this hurricane in Florida?" I'm like, yeah. Well, they're doing this and they're doing that and blah blah blah, and he's telling me all these things that we were talking about last night in Hef. And I'm like, stop, enough, it's bullshit. And then what did he say? Oh no, I've completely forgotten now. Oh, friggin' hell, Jody, my brain. You said something really funny to me and I can't even remember what it was. It'll come back to me. Probably tomorrow. Oh, sorry. There you go. He was telling me about the permanent marker on the arms. There you go. That just reminded me. Yeah, he's like, the only advice that they're giving them is to put their name, address, and phone numbers on their arms so that they can be identified. Like, fucking hell. So that's the news that we're getting in Melbourne. Oh, sorry. I deleted it, yeah. I thought it would confuse people. The second one looks like gobbledygook. What is the green blob bottom right side of the one map? This green thing here, that's number 10. Sounds for Tampa 10 or something. Mm. The cone map. Cone map. Cone map. I've got a few different there was a storm chaser one that I found. Where is it? Let's have a look at this one. See this one? Oh. What's this one? This is a Tampa Bay live stream. The West, Tampa, Great Fall, and the Bridge. County. This looks a good one to keep running in the background as it progresses later, like in 12 hours. I don't know. It's totally, completely selfish of me to not have the hurricane schedule match mine. Heaven forbid. Sound again? If you know any, have a look and see if you can find any good stations that may have commentary that are live. The Tampa Bay 10 one is live, but it's not got any commentary. And the other ones I've got are yeah. How inconvenient. Right now, I found some that got quite a lot of information on it, so I will keep this one in my list. But
comes closer to 75. It looks like this storm is kind of isolated here.
this guy looks like he's a some kind of weather forecaster, but he's been tracking it and he's giving some good information. So let's have a look at him.
And if we come over here to the radar for the first time, we can actually see Milton from the Key West radar. It showed up like early this morning for the first time ever in the United States. And then now you can finally see it pretty clearly here from the Key West camera. And you can definitely see there's that eye that is still present. It looks like it's kind of battling some dry air right now, which is some good news. It means, you know, we're currently heading towards a weaker storm, but, you know, overall, like a weaker storm than a Category 5, but still a Category 4 is still extremely powerful storm, brings catastrophic impacts all across the board. And as you can see, this is still a strong storm. And then, yeah, going into 1 p.m. today, it's still going to be a strong storm with 150 mile per hour winds. And then our latest update here for landfall is still a Category 4 hurricane with 130 mile per hour winds and 160 mile per hour wind gusts at landfall. Looks like they brought this just a tad to the north again. You know, we saw it go south of Sarasota yesterday, but now they have brought the averages of the track just a tad to the north.
Oh, good.
And as you can see, we're kind of on track here, maybe a little bit to the east of this average track, but pretty much on track here on I guess the center. But again,
Yes,
you know, this thing's going to
absolutely.
wobble around. We're going to have little track changes, subtle track changes from here on out as that pushes off to the north and east towards the western coast of Florida. And then eventually it's going to be making it all the way across Florida, bringing impacts to areas like Northport, Cape Coral, Tampa, Port St. Lucie, Palm Bay, Orlando as well. You know, it goes a little bit further north than expected. Some worse impacts could be happening over here near Cape Canaveral too. But, you know, after this thing leaves Florida, it's not going to be over and done with. We're going to have problems for Palm Coast and Daytona Beach as well. But let's go ahead, hop over, check out what this storm looks like from satellite view. And as you can see, it is not still a Category 5. No, it's a Category 4 hurricane with 155 mile per hour winds and 918 millibars of pressure. So still a pretty low pressure to this storm, but it is technically 2 miles per hour underneath the Category 5 status. So it's basically a Category 5. There's really, like, if you were sitting outside and you got 157 mile per hour winds, and then you took a little break, and then you went outside again and felt 155 mile per hour winds, you wouldn't feel much of a difference. The houses don't feel much of a difference. The trees don't feel much of a difference. And definitely the storm surge or the storm tsunami doesn't feel much of a difference at all. So just keep that in mind as we go into the future, that even though this thing is going to be gradually weakening as it approaches land, you know, the biggest threat out of this storm is going to be that storm tsunami that's going to be coming in with 10 to 15 feet of water rise. And it's going to be potentially very catastrophic for areas like, you know, Northport, near Cape Coral. Sarasota, Inglewood needs to be watching out for those major impacts if we get a landfall on the average track here. And if we get a landfall a little bit further north, again, Tampa, just to the south of Tampa and Bradenton, St. Petersburg will get some pretty significant impacts from this storm.
Wow.
But yeah, that's the latest, at least in terms of what the storm looks like. As you can see, it's a pretty healthy storm right now, at least in terms of compared to what we thought it would be at this point, at least a couple of days ago. A lot of the models were indicating that the storm would be a lot weaker by this point, but it's still pretty potent. Still pretty potent. You can see that we still have an eye definitely showing up on radar. Not completely cleared out, though, on satellite, as you can see. But we do have some pretty strong, convection still ongoing around the eye. You see we have some pinks happening there. And if we come over here to the 3D and kind of look at it from, I think this angle kind of gives you an interesting view. You can really see what's going on here. So right in this area, that is where the eye is. And you can see that most of our clouds are kind of getting pushed off in this direction. And that is because Milton is starting to interact with some of that shear and some of that dry air, which is why it is slowly starting to kind of get weaker and weaker as it approaches land. So if you guys are in the path of this storm, just make sure that you, are getting ready for impact. If for some reason you did
they were
areas, your impacts are going to be coming within,
grafted to be a beautiful, like deep mahogany red, and I had them in big half wine barrels. Oh, divine. But I couldn't. It was so heavy I couldn't move them from my house when I sold it. It was a bit of a bugger.
Still a very strong storm, and still very concerned about our friends over here in Florida on the western portion, all the way.
You're gonna go fishing this Savo? Okay, yeah. Fly fishing? No. Surf fishing? Sure, I love surf fishing. It's good fun. But surf fishing on Fraser Island is way fun. Way fun. Because the pole in my gallery. What are you going to use for bait? Have you ever been surf fishing with the massive, huge, big rods? That's what he said. Oh, that's Key West.
As the winds start to increase all the way down there in Key West, let's go check up in other places of Florida here. Let's see.
Jeez, where does he get? What side is he on to get all this information?
Not too windy over here just yet. So the wind hasn't really made it all the way up into Cape Coral just yet, but it will eventually start to do that in just a little bit. If we take off the traffic cameras here, I'm just not seeing much traffic at all. Looks like most people that wanted to evacuate have evacuated, and there's the traffic.
Stop moving it so fast. Hang on, let me go slow. Let me go slow.
Good news for people that are having second guesses about their choices to stay. So keep that in mind there. But we'll keep we'll start to find some more cameras as the day goes on.
Let me go slow, and you can
update.
Go back. That sounds hysterical. All right, where is it? Where are you, Rita Hef? So we've got West Palm. Oh, fuck. No, go back. Yeah. Let's pause. All right. Oh. No, I can't zoom it. So. Go closer. All right. So we have here West Palm, Hope Island, Stewart, Fort Pierce, Barrow Beach, Palm Bay. Oh, you got Melbourne there. That's me. Then you've got Cocoa Beach. Then you go up a bit further, you got Daytona Beach, Palm Coast, West Palm Beach. Did you say West Palm Beach? Yes, okay, I see you. You are right there. And she's at West at Fort Pierce. I just saw that. Where did I see that? Oh, there. Okay. Yep, yep. Just before Vero Beach. Halfway between you and Melbourne. Have you been to Melbourne? Yeah, so it's supposed to hit here, I think, isn't it? And go across. I don't know. I don't know how you're not shitting yourself. I really don't. I don't think I could stay. I really don't think I could stay. Far too scary for me. Wind is one thing I can't cope with. Thunder, lightning, love it. Love it. But we have a lot of dry lightning storms, so it's just thunder and lightning and not even rain. Sometimes we get rain with it, but yeah, they're fun, especially on a clear, hot night in the summer. We sit outside and just nice cold beer and watch the storm. Actually, I've got a really good video of a storm, thunderstorm that we had last week. See if I can upload it, and I'll show you one of our storms. I was actually driving.
We'll start to find some more cameras as the day goes on, but I do want to get this update out to you guys and kind of the newest information.
You've not been sail fishing, that's no. It's what did I say?
We have a tornado on the ground, actually.
Surf fishing. So from the beach, you go out to a beach and you walk out into the water, and you have like this 9-foot rod, and you cast it out. It's a bugger to do, but yeah, you cast it out, and they're huge, and then you you get these. They're like rod holders, but they're like a metal hollow cylinder with a spike on the bottom, and you poke that into the sand, and you rest your fishing rod into that hole, and then you have your esky and your seat, and you sit there and you drink beer, and anyone that walks past, you go, "Yep, just fishing."
But as this approaches 75, actually we have cameras down in there. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a camera
Yeah,
that's
it's a good excuse to sit on the beach and do nothing and drink beer in the sun. Don't even have to throw a line out if you don't want to. My son is an avid fisherman. He has so much gear, he could open up a bait and tail store. I used to fish a lot when I was younger.
To the west and to the south.
In fact, did you guys ever see that? It was a few years ago now. I think I might still have it somewhere. It'll be on YouTube because it went viral. Do you remember the video that came out about the marlin? It was a game fishing boat, and the marlin jumped into the boat, and the deckhand jumped out of the boat, and the marlin was inside the back of the boat, flippy flopping around, and the fisherman was strapped, because when you're doing game fishing, you're strapped into the chair with the rod and everything, so that you can, reel it in. Because they're massive, massive fish, massive. But first, you've got to catch the tuna to catch the marlin. Did anyone see that on YouTube? See if I can find it, because let's see. Marlin. Marlin jumps in boat. see if that comes up. There we go. Top one. First one out. Okay, pause. Screen that. I don't think there's any sound to it, but oops. Share this tab instead. Okay, this is the video I was talking about. This right here, that man in the white shirt, is my father. That's my dad. Yep. Yep. 720, full screen, and I don't think there's any sound to it, but yeah. Yeah, that's my, he's strapped in the chair. He cannot get out. Hey. Jackie jumps out because the spike on their snout is like so sharp, like a razor. Yep, that's my dad. Yep. So there's more than one of us on YouTube. He actually didn't even know that that had gone viral. He I don't even think he at the time he knew YouTube existed. And it was someone that knew him that said, "Oh, I watched this video last night because you were telling this story and rah rah rah." You see, that was me. All right, where's my? No, that's not the one I wanted. What was that guy's name that we were on? This one?
A lot of you guys are
Yeah.
tuning in the first place is to get updates here from Milton. As of our latest update, let me go check the National Hurricane Center just to make sure we don't have any like latest updates from them, like any like see at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So that's about 38 minutes ago.
Yep. Sharks.
I mean, it's
Flathead.
still a powerful storm. Still a powerful storm. We'll come over to here real quick.
Lots of stuff.
Moving northeast at
Fraser
16
Coast.
miles per hour.
Go and have a look at the look on Fraser Island, the beach at Indian Head, Fraser Island. That's where my brother is at the moment, surf fishing, and it is just beautiful. You drive, the actual coastline is beach on the island, and it is actually a registered highway. The only way to drive on the island is on the beach. You cannot drive anywhere else. You have to lower your tire pressures, and you have to go through this disgusting. It's like one of those car wash things, but it's all it's basically a full body car spray of fish oil, and it stinks to high heaven, but it protects it from rusting with the salt water and shit. So you put up with it. It was, yes. It costs a lot of money too. Costs a lot of money. All right. I might go and make myself a quick cuppa. Come back. We'll keep this
Minimum pressure of 919 millibars, max sustained winds of 155 miles
This
per
isn't
hour
live
still.
either.
So we're
This
still
is,
talking about borderline. It was like strongest Cat 4 you can have, and almost a Cat 5. Again, a Cat 5 strength would be 157. We're at 155. So this thing is still a very powerful hurricane. As it moves on to the north and east, and eventually that's going to be trying to track somewhere in between Tampa and Northport. So again, keep your guard up. This thing's not going to make landfall until way later today. I was mainly coming on here to do, a little update, but we got blindsided, I feel, by a strong tornado threat. Again, if you guys were tuning in earlier, you saw it all. But if you're just now tuning in now, we had a very what appeared to be a very strong tornado, wedge tornado on the ground with this guy as it was north of the highway, and then we came back over to here. We were actually seeing a tornado on this storm before we could even we were even connecting that it wasn't this storm, because this storm was the one we were trying to find, but we actually ended up finding this one before it got warned, and there was a tornado on it probably for about 10 minutes before it got warned. So we got the warning out pretty quickly for that one. It's just been a crazy morning, absolutely crazy morning. So yeah, I just, as far as I could tell, it looks pretty low populated region. We are starting to see this thing move into a little bit more of a populated region right now. The last video that I saw of this storm, as it was a wedge tornado, it was moving very close to some houses. So, it's very possible that some of these storms continue to produce very dangerous tornadoes throughout the day here. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. I still want Lewiston, Florida to be in your safe spots. Definitely not liking, the environment that these storms are in right now. But it looks like we're getting just like maybe a small break here from the tornado activity. It was rapid fire tornadoes. So at one point we had 2 tornadoes on 2 different traffic cams on the ground at the same time. And man, look at this mesocyclone here. That thing is rotating like a top. Let me just make sure we don't have any closer views of that. Maybe the cameraman is changing the camera views over here. Let me just make sure he's not doing that. This one will eventually give us a closer view, but it doesn't really have a great view of the mesocyclone itself. This still continues to be our best view. Yeah, you can see that mesocyclone very clearly right off the back. Still no tornado on the ground. We haven't seen a funnel with this guy yet. Rotation's still a little bit broad, but all it takes is a couple of minutes, that being a better shear environment, and it'll drop a tornado. So please continue to be vigilant here on Highway 75. Yeah, Destin's in Central Time. I thank Caroline for becoming a member. Welcome to the Fry family. M65, MO65. Let me see if I can find that. I think weren't those like in this region here? Oh yeah, there it is. Whoa. Okay, so there's a closer view of the bottom side of that mesocyclone. There's that one. Let me just make sure this is the best one, because that's not the one you guys are saying. A little bit further to the west, maybe? Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at this. This is another good view. Right there. Yeah, you can actually see a decent amount of motion on this. Closer up. This is that area of rotation. This is probably would be the closest view. We got a little bit of rain in our way. You can definitely see that there is some motion in the mesocyclone of this storm. It has definitely got some rotation. Looks like that camera is giving up on us, but this one's a really good view too.
This tornado warning has been upgraded.
We've got a new upgrade on a tornado warning here. Let me go check in on that really quick. Which one is it? Confirmed near Glades County and Palm Beach County, Florida. Okay, so that's this one. This one is dropped back onto the ground again, it appears. Let me just make sure it's that one. No, this one expires in 2 minutes. Which one is it? I hate it takes Radar Mega so long
as well.
To come in here. I don't know what's happening to our traffic cam. Just give me a second. We got a tornado on the ground. I'm going to try.
I want to know what
to find a view of it. Might be this one. I'm not seeing anything on the ground.
What is that?
It's not this one. That one's radar indicated. That one expires in 1 minute. It's got to be this one near Lewiston. Let me look at the radar velocities, correlation coefficients.
He must have some fancy weather apps or something. I don't know. Satellite links and
Could be this one, but that tornado warning just expired. Okay, so it's definitely this one near Clewiston.
Is he? It's like he's rotating the camera himself.
Which is going to be the only one we're not going to be able to find a view of. But if you live in Clewiston, be in your safe spots. We just got another observation of this tornado. Confirmed tornado was located 9 miles southeast of Montura, moving north at 30 miles per hour. If you live in Clewiston, get in your safe spots now. Your safe spot is the lowest, most interior portion of your house. As many walls underneath you and the outside of as humanly possible. You know, a tornado shelter or a basement that's underground, although Florida really doesn't have any basements that are underground. So just make sure that you are in your safe spots there in Clewiston.
District FDOT. FDOT.
This is not that storm, by the way. We're looking at the one further to the south. But we'll keep an eye on this cam. There's nothing underneath it right now, but there's definitely what appears to be a wall cloud. Whoa. That might be a funnel coming down there on the right side. It's hard to tell. It could either just be scud or a kind of bowl funnel trying to form there on the right side of this storm that just passed over 75. There's definitely a lot of movement in there.
Trying to touch down.
I think that's scud on the right. That thing is rotating, though. It would not surprise me if this thing dropped a tornado here within the next 10 minutes.
Ah, it's Florida Department of Transportation. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Hey, thank you, Trav the Mav, for the 10. I appreciate that so much. Stress you out bad? Yeah. Thankfully, you guys really aren't in a bad tornado risk today. But you guys will be getting some pretty gusty winds on the backside of Milton after it crosses over Florida. I mean, you could tell this entire base of the storm is rotating quite a bit.
Safety and local.
Yeah, look at that. We're starting to get a strong velocity couplet on this guy now. There's like the tiniest debris ball underneath there. So that's got to be the tornado on the ground right in that region. Still traveling up to the north towards Clewiston. Clewiston, still be in your safe spots. This storm has a history of producing wedge tornadoes. Very dangerous tornadoes. And it kind of seems like that's kind of forming into like a funnel maybe.
Wow.
I would love to see a zoomed in view of that one cloud so I could figure out
that's the side
how much rotation is on that thing.
See the top
It's kind
right
of hard to tell from this far away. Kind of looks a little scuddy too, so that might just be a wall cloud.
What
Maybe
site
a little
he's
bit of
on?
an outflow boundary. It's kind of hard to
This
tell,
one is
given that it kind of blends in.
It's not the one.
M03, M06. What? Is there another better camera of this?
You're asking me? How the hell would I know? 1 year
This
ago.
is M065, where we definitely have that rotating mezzo. We have a lot of different views of this storm right now.
Safety videos.
This is M611. Yeah, all
There's
these
no live
cameras are
streams
looking
on
at it.
there. He must work in the
Yeah, this is
in the
13.
ship. Methinkums.
Yeah, we have like 8 different cameras looking at this storm. This is
They must
insane.
have some access somehow because there is nothing.
I think this is our best view of it, to be honest. This is M063.
I have
I mean,
got.
all of these cameras have some pretty stunning views of this tornado warned storm.
I have got the. There's one that I've got in the playlist that I saved. That is. Where is it? It is. Traffic camera in 4 spot. Oh, I've got 2 of them. So we have Florida live traffic cameras. There we go. Let's share this one. I've got that one. And then I've also got that one. Yeah, that one. It's live as well. So it's got the 4. We've got Tampa Bay, Key West, Cape Coral, and something bridge. So we can keep flicking back between those. I've saved them in the one spot. But comparatively, have a look now to what it would be like. But they said there's a 10-foot tsunami. Like, so this one down the bottom here to the right, because the Florida is connected by all of these bridges, isn't it? Were any of those damaged with Helene at all? I keep thinking of remember the Tom Cruise movie Cocktail? Put that on the background. But that's an old one. Well, at least I'm set up to to adequately stream some footage in 10 hours time. I can't believe I'm such an idiot. Such an idiot. Really am brain dead today. Anywho, you get that when you get old and you don't sleep all night. You sleep all day, you get nothing done. Nothing. All right, where's my... Lost him again. Oops. That one. Yeah.
New tornadic supercells approaching Cape Coral. All right, let's go check that out. We might have some. Yeah, we have a lot of supercells out here. Yeah, we have a lot of potential water
You must be a
spouts
meteorologist as
out
well.
here just off of the coast
Go to
of
Florida
Sanibel
511 or
Island,
up.
trying to make it onto the coast.
Okay.
Would not surprise me if we got some water spout tornado activity over here near Cape Coral.
One twice.
So Cape Coral needs to be getting ready for that here in just a little bit. Also, the wind and the rain is really about to start picking up for Cape Coral.
Florida 511. Well, you're going to go run out in the street and wave at me?
How many hours until landfall? So we're still talking landfall
Florida.
at around 1 a.m.
511.
So we are now about 14, 15 hours. But I do think those catastrophic impacts will start to increase, over the next 10 to 12 hours.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
A new tornado warning has been issued for Glades County, Florida. So that's going to be an extension of this tornado warning that's going to be heading towards Mort Haven. They've taken off the observed tag and they have replaced it with radar indicated, which means that they think that the tornado has lifted at this point. So if you guys are in the path of this tornado warning, just continue to be in your safe spots. It's not on the ground right now, but if it does try to reorganize, it could certainly drop another one. Again, we've seen this tornado produce, or this storm produce tornado after tornado, so please respect it.
that the one? Oh. Is that the right camera it have or not? I got the wrong site. Because this is KSDK News. And it's not live. It was broadcast yesterday. Yeah, if you go to the 511 website, you can see all the cameras. Oh, okay. I'll just go to Florida Live 511. My Florida 511 how-to videos. How to use the Florida 511 mobile app. Is that? I'll go to that. Connect, no go. That's catchy. Connect, no go. All right, subscribe. Now, what do I do? So if I go to their website, fl511.com. Okay. Yeah, I know. They're crazy. Oh, that's where he was. That's the site he was on. So he's flicking between. Look at that. Oh, I can zoom in and out. Woohoo. Oh, I'm not sharing the screen. Oh, an idiot. That was just, I was going, oh, tricky dicky. Look at me controlling that. Now I can look. That's the exact one that he was using. So he's flicking between different sites, obviously. So that's the map. What does the satellite show? Ooh. Okay, I like the map better. And so can you click on these things and it will actually show you? Wow. Traffic cameras, yeah. Weather radar. Does that button do? Nothing. Oh. Oh, look at me becoming a weather watch. Actually, I think I've probably got too many things open. It's very slow. So the radar's coming in. Marker clustering. What's marker clustering? I think that's actually going to load like satellite image over the top of it, perhaps. Very very slow, very patchy. Look at that go. Oh, I see. So I can click on all of these and it will just add it to the. See, that just added all of these brain pins on the map. See? Whoop. Poof. Disappeared. Okay. So I can look up congestion. Here we go. That'll tell me where roads are congested. And traffic cameras, where are they? Oh, lots of them. Lots around here. What's down there? Everyone speeds down there, do they? Holy crap. Jesus. Oh, they're streaming videos. Can I access? Oh! Maybe you can go out and wave at me. Let me see if I can get. It's West Palm Beach. No, a bit further down, I think, isn't it? Oh, I thought I'd take my painkillers. Let's see. There it is. West Palm Beach. Here we go. Whoa. which camera? which camera are you closest to? And I'll click on it. Actually, you know what I should do? I should end this stream and make it private. And then me and you and Teresa can just sit here and have a look and a giggle, and no one else can see us. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I might turn it onto private. There's no point in me streaming when there's no hurricane just yet. Just wave your fishing rod. Are you guys doing anything? Are you busy, or because what I can do is, oh, I can send you the link to StreamYard. Turn the stream to private, and then if you click the link to StreamYard, you'll be actually on the same. It'll be like a video call, three-way video call for free. So, are you north of West Palm Beach or south of West Palm Beach or east-west? JFK North Hospital. Is that a good hospital? There's a Walmart Supercenter right there. It's got to be a Walmart. So let me click on. Right, let me click on this one. There you go. Video and images are neither stored nor recorded. Okay, Flamingo Park. I-95 at Belvedere. What about Golden Lakes? What's happening over there? This is very handy. If I show video, does that actually show it live? Because it must do like a. Oh, wow. So technically, I should be able to go to Tampa Bay. Well, this is pure gold, EDF. Thank you. Oops. Oh, completely wrong side. So if I go over here, oops. Probably gone too bearings. There it is. All right, so technically, I should be able to click on one of these cameras and have a live view to broadcast. Oh, could not be loaded. Okay. Let's see. Let's have a look down here. Oh, cluster. Show video. Videos and images neither stored nor recorded. Either because the server or network failed or because the format is not supported. Rubbish I saw before. Maritime Boulevard. There's probably so much traffic on here that it's struggling to. I might have a fiddle with that between now and then. All right. Well, peeps, I shall reschedule for about the 8-hour mark. Stop there. Stop. Yeah, I don't think there's any point in me continuing on. Ugh. Right now, nothing to report on really. So, oh, that's from Aussie Insider. Cool. All right. Well, at least that will give other people 8 hours extra notice to join in. All right. Well, please stay safe. I will set up another stream, and I never got your let me see if I can change this. Hang on. Un momento. Okay. The stream must be scheduled in the future. All right. Can you guys still hear me? Because I've changed it to private, and only the people that are in the stream should be able to still hear me. No? Can you hear me? Yoo-hoo. Oh, no, it didn't change. Okay. I thought I could change it to private midstream, but I can't. All right. I'm just going to have to shut it down and start again. later on. All right. I would probably have a sleep this afternoon, Udahef. I think you might be in for a rough night by the sounds of things. Yeah, looks damn shitty down there. Damn shitty. So I might even do the same thing, have a snooze, and then I will set up another stream. Because I've got this wicked site now. And I will set it for, I said 1 a.m. your time, didn't they? So, what does that make it here? 4 p.m. All right. So I will start a couple of hours beforehand. Just have a look. You'll see me. You'll see the link. You'll see the stream. It'll have the same. Oh God. It will have the same thumbnail, just a different time and upcoming. Okay. Please stay safe. And I will see you when I'm looking at you. Ta-ra.